Yeah, I'm not sure they will ban it.
Okay.
I think the Zac makes more sense.
It does, it does. CozQ's getting taken away from the Unicorns of Love. 2 junglers removed from the pools thus far. Have to see how Mysterious Monkeys decide to play the rest of this. They're going to go for the Xayah.
Yeah.
Last time we saw the Syndra, the Kennen already taken away.
So we know that Unicorns are okay. Sorry, my voice here is dying after last game. I was screaming so much as well. But Thresh first pick is obviously what we're looking at for Hylissang. They have already shown Unicorns of Love that the Elise is really not the highest priority for them. Like normally here you would not ban it, you would just take it early, but Thresh is what I'm really looking at, and then still things like Shen may be coming in later.
I'm wondering about Ivern as well, because we are getting down to a little bit lower in the jungle pool. It is a Malzahar ban. Unicorns of Love looking towards that Galio.
Wow,
Lock it in straight away. No Ivern, no Thresh. Totally upsetting our predictions.
Okay, I mean, I guess because of the Blitzcrank success from the last game, they're okay giving away Thresh to Dreams and then taking that Blitzcrank once again. But if they don't take it in the first phase, we would expect Mysterious Monkeys to remove it in the second phase. Galio obviously is a flex pick. It's actually triple flex, support, mid, and top lane, so he's a very safe first pick. Still, I like Thresh for Hylissang, and if he doesn't get his Blitzcrank, then obviously a little bit of their pick potential might be gone.
Definitely could be the case. We're going to see Thresh and Twitch here for Yuki. So Thresh, once again on Dreams, he had a few good plays in the last game. Not sure how I feel about Yuki on Twitch. It's not his style of champion.
No, but that's the thing. So he did this same thing last week, and I'm very split on Twitch as a champion. Now, Blitzcrank, we mentioned him. If they don't pick him now, should get banned away. So it might be just Unicorns of Love saying we don't even need it. We can just play solo stuff. This is a normal pick against Thresh. But back to the Twitch. So often, I see teams just take the Twitch and feel like, yeah, this is the best available AD carry for us. If you have a Zen or a Reckless, or in this case, like a Samux, who is just better than the opponent, fine, you can go Twitch. If you are not the strongest 2v2 lane, then Twitch is so risky, so hard to execute. What's wrong with Varus, Caitlyn, Ashe?
Apparently a lot of things, because
Apparently a lot of things.
Don't want it.
In the LCK, Varus and Ashe are picked in almost every single game. For a reason. They're so safe, they're so good, and if you are not the strongest duo lane, you don't have to take such a hard champion to play in lane.
Well, we are going to see the Lee Sin here for Lamabear. No jungler yet for the Unicorns of Love, and their pool is going to get squeezed even more with the Ivern ban coming from the Mysterious Monkeys. We're getting down to the Graves here. We're getting down to perhaps the Warwick as well from Xerxe.
I was looking at Xerxe's solo queue account, the main account, obviously, and I saw some of the new junglers in there. There was some Xerxe, there was some Kindred as well, but testing them in solo queue does not mean you feel they're ready for the LCS stage. No one else has picked them so far.
Did you watch the last game though, Deficio? Because that was very solo queue-esque.
Oh, they also found it. They also looked at that solo queue account and they saw Kindred.
Graves, Xerxe, anything else that you think might be there?
I mean, Graves is most likely the choice, but again, when it is Xerxe and we go this far down the tier list, there are just so many things to pick. Kha'Zix is banned away. TF jungle, maybe.
Bring it back.
It is funny though, because basically this is the way I noticed Xerxe played Kindred, was because I just went to pro builds, I just typed in Kindred to see what people were building on it, and it was just like Xerxe, like all the way down. Clearly Unlimited did exactly the same thing.
Lamabear got it in a solo queue match at one point. Just like, oh yeah, I'll play it, it'll be fine.
Just ban it.
Pro builds, get rid of it. It's going to be
good scouting, though. Good scouting. Yeah. Good scouting.
It's what you need to do, and this is Mysterious Monkeys showing that they are doing what they need to do in the background. They're starting to set up these strategies and these focuses against the enemy teams. It's the Jarvan for them. Usually goes up towards that top side, and it's going to be a Syndra for the Unicorns. They're looking towards their jungler next as well.
Come on, give us something new and fancy, Xerxe. Not the Rek'Sai. Ooh, that works too. I'm fine with this one as well. Yeah, I'm okay. When you play against a team that relies on skirmishing and early fighting, Warwick is really good there.
And it's actually a little bit of a struggle for me if he is going to lock in this Warwick, which he does. Because in England, there's a place called Warwick.
Warwick.
And it's spelled exactly the same. So I'm going to get that name wrong a few times this game.
I never expected to have this conversation again on air, but D-Man and Joe, back when I started casting in 2014, they would always bring it up when Darian would pick Warwick up in the top lane, with long discussions about how to pronounce the name.
It's not my fault that the Americans pronounce things incorrectly. Now, Mysterious Monkeys are going to get a Katarina, CozQ.
If we didn't start talking about Warwick, I was going to bring up being like, there is one champion we never see anymore, but used to be picked against Syndra. And CozQ played it, Katarina. You guys got to believe me. I was going to bring it up and be like, I wonder if he's crazy enough to do it after they've already gone down a game. And the answer is he's crazy enough.
I was going to...
of course, yes, you would of course predicted the whole thing, but this is a CozQ special. That's why he's the only player right now where I would even mention it. Simply because in solo queue, he's found so much success, and also promotion tournament, challenger. Like, CozQ's always been a Katarina player. It is still a tough matchup to play. Katarina is not as strong as she used to be. And there's so many ways you can also shut her down through, let's say, a Galio AoE taunt, Braum knock-up. You know, I'm finding ways here. Warwick ulti kind of works as well.
Caitlyn traps.
Caitlyn traps. Is there a stun on Syndra as well? I mean, there's a lot of ways for Unicorns to deal with this Katarina, but one mistake in a fight and she tends to get quite a few kills.
Well, make sure you guys get involved on Twitter. If you think Unicorns of Love are going to stampede over the Mysterious Monkeys, tweet at us with hashtag UOLWin. And if you think the Mysterious Monkeys will even out the series, it's hashtag MMWin. This Katarina from CozQ, he played it against Schalke as well when they were on their undefeated spree. Mysterious Monkeys won that game then. Let's see what's going to happen today. Admissions are open at the EU Zoo. Can the Unicorns take this series 2-0?
Got some interesting animals in here today. I'll definitely go see a werewolf if there was one in the zoo in Berlin.
We've got a wolf, we've got a rat.
Yeah, you don't really go to a zoo to look at a rat. That's kind of weird.
I would if the rat could go invisible, though.
And it was this big. I probably would as well. Yep. I probably would as well show up.
How much focus is going to be on that rat, though, for Mysterious Monkeys? Because Yuki has, this bot lane has consistently been a carry for them.
I'm just going to say, not a whole lot needs to be on Yuki. Because you have Katarina mid lane. That is the snowball champion you want to play around. And also Jarvan top. There's nothing to pull him over the wall. There's no Blitzcrank this time. Braum is still good level 1 champion. Nothing else there. But Jarvan also, we have to remember, is also a champion that benefits so well from getting ahead early on and then being a strong skirmish pick. Like TP away, roam away, your ulti is fantastic against things like Syndra. So many champions on the side of Mysterious Monkeys can actually take over the game.
But
I just need to see it from the players.
That's the thing. They can get a few kills. When we saw them jumping onto Vizicsacsi, trying to look for the kill, Lama actually missed the Q there, I believe, off towards the side. I may be wrong, it could have been Jisu's Q. That is Vizi. Yeah, it's Vizi's forced back as minions are spawning here. Actually forced back even further by Jisu.
All right, so good start this time from Jisu. Last time he went down 0-3 very quickly in his lane. Now he's looking to actually win the lane this time around. Jarvan is a pick we've seen a lot. Started over in the LCK and now almost every other region has picked it up.
Why? Why is Jarvan so big these days?
Because, so, the thing about Jarvan is, first of all, a lot of the physical damage items that bruisers build are so good at the moment. Like, there are so many choices, like Guardian Angel suddenly gives you AD as well, which means as a bruiser in the late game, that item is huge for you. Not only for the effect that Guardian Angel brings, but also the extra attack damage. And then you also need to look at how strong his ulti is against a lot of these low mobility targets in the meta. Like when you play against an Ashe or a Varus and you play Jarvan, you love it. It's the best thing in the world because if they don't have flash, you're just gonna dunk them and kill them instantly. So Jarvan in the mid game just has so many options in terms of how he wants to play and snowball the game, which is why we so often see the Jarvan top laners really take over.
It's an Infernal Dragon.
Oh, we might get a Drake!
Yeah, exactly. That actually had a great stat from our stats guys in the break. That was only the second game in 2017 in EU where we haven't had a Drake taken at all. The first game, Unicorns of Love versus Origin, last split, and it was a Cloud Drake then as well. What a surprise. You tell me that Cloud Drakes are good, and then we have games when it's just left off the map the entire time.
Yeah, we don't really care about Cloud Drakes in Europe. I feel like all the casters, we went on quite a little weird rampage against them, and all the players seem to join in very quickly and say, we don't actually care about these Drakes. CozQ though, looking straight. Notice how Exileh, instead of just walking back to his tower, he's sidestepping to get away from the daggers, because that's really where all the damage early game comes from. So it is better to actually step to the side and avoid a dagger than go straight back to tower. Chachi though.
We've seen this story before, and actually Xerxe's on his way. Has the blast going to jump over? Jisu with the chase, maybe an overextension. He goes in for the kill, gets the knockup.
Oh, baby!
Jisu with first blood. Xerxe's on the chase, but here's CozQ looking to see perhaps if he can save his top laner. Xerxe, Jaws of the Beast. Jump down on Jisu, 1-for-1 in the top lane.
Jisu never stops. When he goes for that kill, he goes all in, even knowing that the Warwick actually showed up right in front of him. Did not care. He got the first blood. side frame, he gave away an assist and a kill. So obviously there you have the little problem.
However, he has got teleport, and Xerxe has no teleport because he had to teleport at level 1 to get back to the lane.
I actually want to see if Xerxe ganks him again on top side now because he's in the jungle. This is the trade now. Jarvan obviously very easy against melee champions to close the gap and get onto them. Problem is
You're saying the gap's closing, Deficio?
The gap between Jisu and Vizicsacsi. Nah, actually no, that's not closing either. That's Europe and Korea, but Jisu is looking for at least the first spot. He got it. So this is a classic kind of game we see where, in this case, Xerxe is SKT and Jisu can be G2. You get a few kills, you feel confident, you know, you go all in for it, but then you realize in the end you actually end up losing more.
Lamabear was spotted on a ward here. Looks like Xerxe put that one down as we were watching the replay. So Xerxe knows that this Lee Sin is up towards the top side.
He's no ward down, so while he did see him, now you actually don't know, did he leave? Is he still sitting there? You know, when can I start playing aggressive? You can see Xerxe is actually walking back. If you look at the minimap, just respecting that he never really saw Lamabear leave until now he sees him on that Raptor ward and he knows he can once again play normal in his lane. Xerxe, he's bot lane.
Running down towards Dreams and Yuki. There's the Dark Passage. Xerxe looking for it. Doesn't have 6. Will get the fear off. Dreams has to flash and the heal is used. The hook gonna land onto Hylissang. That's not the target that the monkeys wanted. They do escape with the gank, but they burn some summoners to do it.
And this is really how you can gank early on as Warwick. Typically you want level 6, but it's all about dashing in, get the fear. See the flay not working from Dreams against it. And therefore Xerxe at least got some pressure in the bottom lane. Heal used, flash used from the Thresh. CozQ farming in mid lane. It's a tough lane early, and he jumps in without any dagger right there. And Exileh actually will win that trade back. So not the greatest play from CozQ to actually step in without any daggers on the ground to deal some damage.
CozQ has gone for the cleanse here as well as the summon on the Katarina. Sometimes we see the teleport, sometimes we see an ignite, something more aggressive. Even the exhaust I've seen at times from CozQ.
Sure.
The cleanse here gets him away from Xerxe, gets him out of the taunt. He's going to get an unleashed power to the face and just about survives.
We have to remember the cleanse will not help him against Xerxe's ulti. Yeah. That is a suppression. You can't cleanse out of it if you are CozQ. And that is why Xerxe can look level 6, or sorry, look mid at level 6. Pretty easy setup with stun Syndra, fly in as Warwick, and then suddenly CozQ will go down. And that's what you want to do when you play against Katarina. Like, never let her just freeform. Like, never let her get to the late game stage where her damage is so explosive. And that little mistake in a fight, AD carry is dead, mid lane is dead, and suddenly you actually lose the fight.
A lot slower game here between the monkeys and the unicorns.
Can someone tower dive?
They've run out of energy slightly. They haven't got the Shen, they haven't got 6 on Xerxe up towards that top lane.
No Blitzcrank.
No Blitzcrank, no ability to hook people in. It's a 500 gold lead for the Unicorns, only 7 minutes in. I love the way I say it's a much slower early game. We've already had 2 kills and we're 6 minutes in. This is much quicker than a lot of the games we see.
Yeah, now you see Unicorns of Love sending their dual lane to the top side against Jisu and Mysterious Monkeys here. Trying to see maybe with the early recall, because you can actually see how Twitch is still sitting in his lane bot lane. And he's going to recall now. This means there's a massive tempo advantage for Unicorns of Love on this swap. They'll get to this tier 1 tower much faster and actually start pushing it down. And if you are Mysterious Monkeys, you might have to just try and go top and match this lane swap here and just stop them from actually killing the tower, because you're not going to make it down in bot lane in time to take a tower yourself.
Looks like that's what they're going to do. Jisu is still up towards the top here. Dreams there as well. Llama's on his way, as is
they're all coming in. Oh, they're trying to trap them, actually.
This might be dangerous for the Unicorns. They do have a control ward. Hylissang's going to step forward.
And also, they should have been able to call miss from mid lane here. CozQ leaving at this point. They kind of know he can only go top lane. Why would he ever go bot lane right now?
The difficulty is as well, if you play up towards this top side as Mysterious Monkeys, you lose an Inferno. Like, Xerxe can take that so easily by himself at this point.
And that's why what Unicorns can do now, because they have to push in the 2v2 lane, they can actually push out the top lane, recall again, and just swap to the bottom lane and say, fine, if you want to be top, well, then we push out and go bot. Either they take Infernal Drake or they try and rush down first tower. Typically, you want to get the tower first, then the Drake, because the gold is more valuable than the 8% scaling early on.
Hylissang's going to step forward towards Dreams, just trying to clear out these wards. Dreams at a slight level disadvantage, but Yuki has the extra experience from that lane. Lamabear looking towards mid, going to catch out Exileh. Flash kick back. CozQ with the Death Lotus. Exileh with the knockback. Here's Jisu, and there comes the slam dunk. Exileh down. Another kill for Jisu.
I'm pretty sure Exileh was looking towards the top lane right there, because he just kept walking even after he saw Lamabear jump over that wall and even connect onto him. Obviously, with the control wall, there's no vision in the brush, but still, Exileh could not react in time, instantly just goes down, and Jisu is fighting down the bottom lane, but it's not really a fight.
Yeah, it's not really a fight. Lamabear, impactful there early on this Hylissang. Good flash kick mechanics. It's been around in the scene for a while, although never really had the chance to make his name or step up. Played for Misfits for a while, played for Misfits Academy for a while, had to take last split out, unfortunately, but now is back and will be looking to prove himself on the Mysterious Monkeys.
Yeah, a lot of players, a lot of people might remember him from the series against Origin in the promotion tournament that Misfits played, where they lost, a bit surprising for a lot of people. And then, of course, Misfits beat Schalke in that last promo game. This is about almost a year ago now. Let's see, fight here.
Xerxe is on his way, does have the ult, but here are 3 members of the Monkeys, all taunted up. CozQ does have Deathloader's backup, gonna pop it. Vizi and Xerxe will escape.
Very hard to take down Vizicsacsi. Flash down though, and the cool thing here is now Jisu with his ulti, he can go mid lane against Exileh. Oh, CozQ.
CozQ doesn't have ult, will jump forward. Exileh looking for the unleashed power, taking a bad trade, but gets the spears down.
But still, we really want to see Jisu now use this advantage. Xerxe is finding Lamabear.
Every time you try and talk to Deficio, something else goes on. Xerxe has the infinite duress. If he can land it onto Lamabear, jumps forward, gets the knockback. There's the suppression, and there's a dead Hylissang.
Warwick is such a strong 1v1 champion. A lot of junglers in the EU LCS, they say if there's one champion they don't want to face out in the river with no backup, it's Warwick, because his damage is great, and the fact that he can just chase you down and land that ulti towards the end means that it's hard to get away. Hylissang is looking for Dreams to maybe see if he can force a flash.
We'll get the concussive blows off. There's the flash. Actually still gets the stun, and Samux can put down a trap. Dreams doesn't quite eat up the cupcake. Manages to escape. Xerxe, no ultimate, but they can just go for the dive. Shielded Grand, flashed away, jump back in, trying to lock UOL underneath the tower. Chachi there though, Grand entrance, jumps down. Another kill for the Unicorn.
Resets the tower actor right there, and suddenly Jisu, the man who was looking to make plays against no flash on Syndra, no flash on Galio, so you could maybe push in bot, go mid, kill Exileh, get CozQ rolling. Well, instead, Unicorns of Love just picked up 2 kills, and Xerxe, the man behind both the kills.
Playing incredibly well. Let's have a look at this again. Xerxe onto Lamabear.
Yeah, so you can't win this trade here if you are Lamabear, because it's also Xerxe getting the jump, and you're trying to run away, but there's a fear landing, and as soon as you're this low, you know he's just gonna ult you, and there's nothing you can do to actually get out. And this stops now Jisu from making a play. Mid lane, Yuki roaming in.
Yuki there, flashes forward, gets knocked back. CozQ unleashed power, not enough. Another kill for the Monkeys.
That's why we kept talking about CozQ and Katarina, because it's about getting him fed. It's not about, you know, feeding Yuki, feeding Jisu. Go mid lane, Jarvan go mid, Twitch go mid, Thresh go mid. Just see if you can get some kills on CozQ. They did only get an assist here, but they'll take it for sure.
You'll take whatever you can get. 10 or 12 minutes in now, the gold pretty much even compared to last game. Yes, last game it was a 4,000 gold lead for the Unicorns. Now, only 1,000 in advantage for them. We're starting to see some items picked up as well, as CozQ goes Hex Drinker first on this Katarina. Works very well into the Syndra, of course, that magic damage shield against the Unleashed Power.
And now we get a game that kind of fits that graphic we showed last game, where Mysterious Monkeys are keeping even for the first 10 to 15 minutes, and the same for Unicorns of Love. But then Mysterious Monkeys, when the make-game decisions kick in, that's where they can start falling behind. Here's the graphic once again, just as we talk about it. And that's where Unicorns of Love normally just spike and get really far ahead. So we might see exactly the same thing, because you have ulti on Xerxe now. You're gonna basically have a champion that says, if I find a target, we're gonna kill that target and utilize that to then get a rift hill, get a tower, get further ahead. Mysterious Monkeys, they can't fall further behind now, because then Unicorns of Love will just run away with the game.
So if you're the Mysterious Monkeys, what are you doing then? What's your game plan here? How do you stop Unicorns from just accelerating with this infinite duress combo with the Galio?
Well, once again, we talked about Jisu on Jarvan maybe going mid against Exileh. Sadly, Exileh's flash is soon ready. That makes it a little bit harder to execute that combo. But then if you are Mysterious Monkeys, you need to try and see if you can then maybe roam CozQ out of mid lane, get him to bot lane to join a fight. Unicorns of Love, they know this, that's why they're looking to force a play here.
Hylissang going for the chase, Glacial Fisher comes down. They were looking for the stun on Dreams, no flash on him, but he can just run away with the box, puts down the threshold, and stops the Unicorns in their track. Jisu going aggressive onto Chachi, up towards the top side once again.
Yeah, because again, as we see here, Mysterious Monkeys, they were looking towards the bottom lane. They want to find that 3v3, 4v4 fight where CozQ can use the team fighting power of Katarina, because if they just keep standard lanes, and it's 1v1, 2v2, that's where Warwick shines. That's where Warwick will find the one guy and kill him. The cleanse will not help CozQ. We look at Xerxe, he's level 9 already, red buff is ready, and the fact that Mysterious Monkeys did not find a fight might actually hurt them a lot.
Mysterious Monkeys, of course, got the Infernal Drake earlier on. They are playing around CozQ, a player who has forever been on the cusp of the LCS. Played in almost every Challenger Series playoff tournament to try and get into the LCS, and now...
But this is a bad thing.
It's a very bad thing. Xerxe there, shielded Durand, gonna get onto Jisu, gets the taunt, there's the knockup. They're just gonna keep him CC'd for days. Jisu trading back, and he can actually catch onto Xerxe, but here's the hero's entrance, the suppression, the knockdown, the slam dunk once again, but they're not gonna go down without a fight. Exileh manages to flash and knock back CozQ.
This is exactly the play we're looking for. Lamabear!
She can't quite land it to Xerxe. Dreams here. Lands the taunt. Lama looking for this red buff proc. Just needs a slow. Just needs anything onto Xerxe. Can't get it, but CozQ can! In the mid lane. Action all over the map.
So we got that play top lane with Xerxe moving around. We get first tower bot lane from Samux and also another roam from Yuki towards the mid lane to try and get more kills over to CozQ. So we see fights in every single lane right now. Mysterious Monkeys, because they force Unicorn's topside back and get a kill mid, starting off that Rift Hell, so actually responding pretty well here.
This is what we wanted to see from them. We wanted to see them be able to adapt and actually play around the map when they're losing in other roles.
Sadly for Mysterious Monkeys though, just like in the H2K series, they keep evening in kills, but the tower falls. And they're not really close to taking down a tower on their own. Mid lane tower is only down to about 75% HP. Top lane, bot lane, almost untouched at this point. So you see the goal difference in favor of Unicorns Aloft, despite it being 4-4 in kills.
Getting first tower, getting a bit of CS advantage as well. 40 on the Galio over that Jarvan in the top lane. Let's have a look at CozQ and Yuki in the mid lane.
Yeah, I think Exileh plays this well at first, staying alive, but then stops recalling because of the poison multiple times, and then decides to stay. That is just so greedy against the Katarina.
You'd be so frustrated though, because he made the right decision.
At first.
And then the dot is like, oh no, just stay. It's fine. It's only a couple of minions.
Yeah, it's only these two guys, you know, around the mid lane. This Katarina with, you know, this little jump that can kind of close the gap pretty easily. And then suddenly CozQ gets a free kill against you. So Exileh will not be happy going down there. Was under pressure in the first game. Same in this one. They're trying again.
The ambush, trying to get out from Yuki. They've still got Rift held here, of course, on towards Lamabear as well. Do have 4 minutes to use that. They can take their time and work out where they want to use it. I'm interested in the bot lane here because Jisu is there by himself, as is Samux, but he's going to TP up top, so Samux is not going to be surprised by the job.
Ooh, so TP down now simply due to a poor lane assignment. Jisu being bottom side. I mean, like, why am I here? Actually, I should be top lane right now against Xerxe, and then suddenly he ends up using a massive global. So not only is there Xerxe's ulti, there's also his TP to join his team. Jisu stuck top lane. Lamabear is on his way. Xerxe will spot them, but there's still a tower to help them out.
There's a Cataclysm. Xerxe has to flash away. Lamabear was waiting in the wings.
I really like, though, that Lamabear goes top here, because you want to push Xerxe to his tower, so you unleash Jisu. They even use Rift Herald on top lane right now to try and get that turret down.
Infernal Drake's coming in 30 seconds. They might think we need to do something top, because otherwise we're going to lose that Infernal Drake with the time that Lamabear's investing. Rift Herald jumped in.
No, that was not good.
And it was better than we've seen from them before. That's what I'm going to give them here.
A few problems right there. First of all, Xerxe as Galio brings a ton of wave clears. You already killed the entire wave by the time you spawned the Rift Herald. Now you see Samux's stats from earlier. He might get some more kills in this fight.
Looking for them yet to be involved thus far. Glacial Fisher comes down, the stun. Here's CozQ jumps in, exhausted straight away. Unicorns still on the front foot. The hook though onto Hylissang. The hero's entrance will keep him alive. He almost dies to the tower. Just about survives. This was a 4v5. Yuki not involved at all in that fight. And now Mysterious Monkeys are going to turn their eyes to the Infernal Drake. This would be their second.
And this is why we talked about Mysterious Monkeys finding the team fights with the Katarina. They actually managed to send Jisu to mid lane after they made some plays top, and they found an opening, and you see how explosive it is. Xerxe didn't even get to use ulti in the fight, didn't actually get to see where he was placed when the fight broke out. But the fact that CozQ found his way to the backline, dealt enough damage, and then actually survived, is a good sign for Mysterious Monkeys.
I think a really good sign for them as well is that exhaust coming out from Hylissang. They've only got one on the side of Unicorns of Love. Often, if you're playing into a Katarina, you see your mid laner take one as well. Here, you've got both Yuki and CozQ who can put out a lot of damage in a very short period of time. So even if the exhaust goes onto the Katarina, Yuki's in a good enough spot that he can shred an enemy team.
Definitely true. Always got to respect things like Twitch in these fights. And always a hard thing when you play against multiple carries. You're all just talking about, yeah, kill Katarina, kill Katarina. Oh, that AD carry is still there, actually killing us as well. But if you're also Exileh, like you're 1-3, it's not great. It's been a tough game for you. You know, you've been ganked multiple times by Twitch in the mid lane. But his build is still spiking very hard early on because of so much flat penetration, which means his damage is definitely very, very high, despite him being 1-3. And that's something you also need to respect in a fight. Samux,
the Predators wait in the bush for their prey. It's definitely a Zoo, the knockback into the Cataclysm. Samux, though, somehow escapes, and he'll survive. Hylissang now taking the brunt of the damage from the Mysterious Monkeys. And he will keep himself alive as well.
They are so low. Now Xerxe is looking for play top lane.
Lama's going to come down towards him. Xerxe there. Yuki's on, waiting in the wings. Mysterious Monkeys.
CozQ's not here. Yeah, CozQ's too far away. Probably expected to just burst down Samux instantly with both ultis from Lamabear and Jisu. And now CozQ, confident in this lane. Gunblade is ready. Hexdrinker as well. Like, he's not afraid of Exileh. And that means Exileh can't really sit in this lane 1v1. He has to always just step really far back. Otherwise, CozQ just jumps him. Once again, Mysterious Monkeys looking for that tower top.
But Xerxe's there to defend it. And he's got Tiamat, he's got the Drooms Fished, he's got the Skirmishes Saber built up as well. It's very difficult to fight into a Warwick at this point.
It is, but we have to remember, in a full-on team fight, Warwick is a weak pick. If he can find targets like this, he's great.
Looking for Lamabear. Dreams is there with the Dark Passage if he needs to get away. Yuki, the Infinite Dress lands onto Dreams. Here's the hero's entrance as well. Galio's going to join the fight. Chachi here. There's the heal, but Dreams cannot survive. Now, the Mysterious Monkeys look to see if they can turn it around because CozQ's on his way. Chachi tanks up the tower. CozQ, waiting in the wings, cannot connect.
No, he can't join because all the damage was on to the front line of Unicorns of Love. Jisu bot lane, trying to take down this tower in time. He will get it. TP will then be ready as well, so will be some good seconds here for Jisu. Secure a tower, make a big play with teleport. Like, we're all picturing it right now. We're all seeing the big play in front of us.
In my mind's eye, and I can see Exileh getting shredded, but he just gets CozQ. Minions for the win!
Oh, CozQ's cleanse a few seconds from being ready. Could have changed the whole fight right there, but a nice stun from Exileh. On the tower, CozQ ended up taking some shots from it. We just talked about how CozQ looking to just jump Exileh again and again and again. He's doing it. Every single time we look in mid, it's CozQ jumping onto Exileh. I see something top. Jisu's TP, remember? Yeah. The golden moments.
He's come in with the TP. Dreams with the double play. Lama there trying to get onto the lantern, but he's clearing minions instead. Yuki knocked up, but Samux goes down, and now Hylissang just trying to do what he can. Can't do much into 4 members.
And don't say we didn't talk about Jisu. And the next few seconds for him, how he's gonna take that tower for his team, be the hero.
You're a prediction god, Deficio.
Go top lane.
I bow to the prophet.
Go top lane right there. They're right now. They are praising Jisu for his place on Jarvan. And the fact that he's actually able to get kills is so important because he's so far down in farm. Like, he really needs to get gold somewhere, and now he's getting also a tower. Well, Yuki's getting it, but fine, let's just give it to Jisu.
Second tower of the game for the Mysterious Monkeys. That means
Xerxe is top again. Chachi's ulti's ready.
Here's the hero's entrance suppression onto Dreams. That's another kill for Xerxe, and he just keeps picking people off like this.
It's the same combo, you know. Xerxe goes in, he's tanky enough to survive early, and then we see mid lane fights.
Exileh has nowhere to go. It's too easy for the Mysterious Monkeys, and we're seeing trades from them, something we weren't seeing before.
Well, this is what we saw last game at minute 2.
Yes, yes.
Now we're getting it at 22 minutes into the game, where both teams are starting to fight a lot more.
I think you have to give them credit, though, because at 20 minutes in the last game, Unicorns of Love was 6,000 gold ahead. Here it's 3,000 or a little bit more, and Mysterious Monkeys are playing around it. Their macro's been better, they have equal towers, they've got 2 Infernals in their back pocket as well. They got the Rift Herald even if they didn't do much with it, and now they're looking for a kill onto Chachi. The rest of Unicorns of Love are on their way, though. Xerxe once again running in with the Blood Scent, with the Primal Howl, perhaps looking for a fit.
Oh, Chachi, that's on the tower.
There is the Shielded Drown. We'll get the torp, but it's only onto Dreams, and now Chachi has the flash from the hook, but you...
Why?
Flash from CozQ.
Guys, Exileh is in base. I'm not sure what Chachi was trying to do right there. enemy tower is still alive, and you don't know where the rest of the team is. Very greedy play. Baron is alive, by the way. We just talked about almost even in gold, double Inferno Drake from Mysterious Monkeys, and we have talked about the Twitch and the Katarina so often in this cast. In team fights, the Mysterious Monkeys composition is extremely good, because you have things like Jarvan to engage with Lee Sin, and then you have double carries where both of them need to die instantly, but you can't kill both instantly. Xerxe's value is in 1v1s, 2v2s, not in 5-on-5 team fights. It's so hard to play Warwick there. This is just, yeah, I don't know, Medic.
It's just
You're a doctor, tell me what happened.
Well, the prognosis is bleak here. It's called asystole, also known as when your heart just stops beating. Happened to Xerxe. Unicorns have started up the Baron themselves, perhaps looking to restart that heart. They need a defibrillator to do it, though. Yuki is not there. Unicorns will back away. Cleanses, exhaust comes down, will jump away as well. Xerxe's fighting off towards the bottom side of this. There's a hero's entrance to get him away. They're going to dive CozQ under the tower, and CozQ will fall. Meanwhile, Mysterious Monkeys go mid.
Yeah, so they get the first mid lane tower right now. Might be trying to get something more. The problem is there's a big wave bot lane they got to deal with. Unicorns of Love started that Baron and they said, you know what, if they show up, we're going to fight them. So good call from Unicorns. Also getting a top lane tower, and CozQ used Cleanse. Important for a fight, because if he jumps into a fight and he waits with his ulti, because he knows he's going to get CC'd and then cleanses and ultis after, that could be huge for him. Not possible now that it's on cooldown.
I want to jump all the way back to pre-picks and bans after this replay.
Okay, let's see. So they start the Baron, they know, okay, if the enemy shows up, we're going to just disengage instantly. And when they see CozQ and he even steps on a trap, late cleanse coming in after most of the trap had actually already expired on him. CozQ ends up going down. Nice ulti from Xerxe, and they just end up trading towers right after. So small little win here for Unicorns a lot.
Jumping back to all the way before picks and bans, we saw Mysterious Monkeys take a long time to get out on the stage, and we were debating, you know, is their morale just gone? Are they shot? Are they just going to lose this game? Are they not going to be able to stand up to the Unicorns? Well, thus far they've done a pretty good job of standing up to the stampede coming out from the Unicorns of Love.
Yeah, definitely agree. Much slower early game benefited Mysterious Monkeys. They didn't have to make as many quick decisions as we saw in the first game, where it actually cost them so much against the Unicorns of Love. Playing this style definitely seemed to favor them more. Where it doesn't need to be all-in fighting from level 1. And it's a good note for the Mysterious Monkeys for future games, that if you actually have a little bit of a slower game, because I know when you casted in Challenger, Mysterious Monkeys were often, you know, looking towards late game as well.
Longest game time on average of all of the teams in Challenger, and they loved those late game fights around objectives. Jisu will jump away from Xerxe. Game slowed down once again. Let's have a quick look across items. Anything interesting popping up to you here, Deficio? Looks pretty clear across the board. There is a QSS now on towards Yuki as well, and it looks like CozQ might be going towards a Leandri's Torment of his own.
Yeah, no massive surprises. A static shift on to Caitlyn. Obviously, Hurricane no longer works with Caitlyn and her passive with the headshot, so you won't see that item anymore on her. I like to see either Rapid Fire or PD over Static Shift. I don't think Static Shift is that great of an item, because you don't need more specific wave clear. I think the PD damage reduction is always good, and I think the extra range on Rapid Fire against things like Jarvan and things like Twitch ulti is fantastic.
You can, of course, build both, because it synergizes quite well together. You get that extra energization. They're going to get Hylissang out, though, and he's just caught by Lamabear. Just behind the rest of his team. Jisu's going to chase onto Xerxe in the bot lane, and Xerxe has no tower here. Jisu can just continue to pound down. Cataclysm jumps on towards him, and Xerxe just has nowhere to go. Puts the shield down, but he's just standing still, trying to distract. Jisu is started. He jumps away to Xerxe, but the Baron's been started here by the Mysterious Monkeys. They know the play they want to make. Jisu has TP.
Yeah, this is really good for Mysterious Monkeys. Hylissang getting caught in that river, really costing Unicorns Love. They actually disengage instantly. That was too early.
That was way too early. Flash Flay from Dreams. He pulls a yellow star. He just can't connect. But the suppression comes out, and actually, they are going to get onto Xerxe. They'll shut him down. Now Mysterious Monkeys have the jungler. They'll turn their eyes back towards the Baron.
But now 4 members alive from Unicorns of Love, all running to that Baron here. A lot of summoners available, both on Exileh and Samux. They're going to try and stop it. Lamabear's fairly low.
Unleashed power is there, but CozQ's looking for the flank. They don't know he's
sneaky.
there. Ward has been expired. He waits in the bush for his prey.
Oh, he wants Exile.
Back away.
Look at Exile. He's low.
Samux chase up towards the side. CozQ jumps in, exhaust comes down. Dreams forward. Jisu there as well. Exile will fall down to CozQ if he can get him. He just can't do it though. The heal comes out. Exile gets CozQ and up towards the side. Yuki only kills Hylissang. 2-for-1 trade in favor of the Unicorns.
Yeah, it looked so good for the Mysterious Monkeys earlier, but they disengaged from that Baron almost instantly. Too fast. They could have waited much longer. Maybe taken down the Baron, or at least force Unicorns to fight in the actual river. But they disengaged. Unicorns are lovely. Got Xerxe back to base. No, this is actually the fight after. So CozQ, nice position, but instant exhaust, and then they try and kill Exileh. Samux joins in, and CozQ, after using every single ability, there's nothing left in the tank.
The heal coming out from Samux as well. He's been very quiet this game on this Caitlyn, but he's there when
Jisu is behind them, though.
Jisu's teleported in behind them. The rest of Mysterious Monkey's not there. Exileh, no flash. Lamabear gonna look towards this. Hylissang not there, of course. Lamabear chucks out the Q. Hylissang on his way. Unicorns down to 2,000 HP. They're going for the Baron.
Oh, nice!
Jisu, but Lama can look for the steal. The root comes down. Exileh's dead. Jisu gets one. Are the Unicorns going to go back on towards the Baron? That's the question, because Lamabear is still waiting. Dreams off towards the side as well. The flash, taunt, they're going to try and burst it, and they do get it down. Unicorns secure the Baron and are able to get away as well. Samux being chased down by CozQ. CozQ might look for this. He likes
he wants it so badly.
He can taste it. He's ready. He wants dessert. He jumps in. There is the Death Lotus fleeing away. Has to jump across with the cleanse as well. And actually the Unicorns might go back in. Look at the spray and pray though. Yuki just demolishes the front line. And Xerxe is going to chase onto him. Dreams there. CozQ gets the kill. Xerxe will get one in response. But now Xerxe has nowhere to go. He's stuck between a rock and a monkey. And the monkeys are just nomming down on towards him. Eventually he'll fall here. There's no escape for the Galio. Tries to jump away in. Lamabear gets the kill, and Mysterious Monkeys clean up at the Baron.
Yeah, they just completely wiped out Unicorns of Love, and so many fights happening just left and right during that one Baron play. All starting with Jisu coming in, no flash on the carries of Unicorns of Love, but the super nice pushback here from Exileh stopped Jisu from getting onto him straight away, but then obviously he will die right after. You can't really get out as a Syndra here. And then this Baron play is great from Xerxe, flashing out, stopping Lamabear from actually going into the Baron pit. That means it's a smite from Xerxe. Problem now is if you're running away as Unicorns of Love, well, you're running towards the top lane with no tower. There's a Katarina chasing you. There's also Twitch. Remember, guys, there are 2 carries you need to kill on Mysterious Monkey. So when it's all about CozQ first, then Yuki opens up out of nowhere. Tons of damage coming down. Nice flash. Samux dies instantly. And the fight is just wide open.
Just all over the place. Mysterious Monkeys obviously cleaned up at the end. Xerxe did a good job to take down Yuki. And then Xerxe is just dead. He's a stone plate gargoyle.
Yeah,
takes a long time to knock down.
Nothing you can do here then as the tank left. Suddenly, losing that Baron doesn't really matter a whole lot when you get an ace right after.
It's still something the Mysterious Monkeys would have wanted to secure.
Of course, you always want the Baron. But if you have to give the enemy a Baron and you can then get 5 kills, I kind of take that trade as well.
I think I'd take it as well. Unicorns of Love here. Only 2,000 gold ahead of the Mysterious Monkeys, 30 minutes in.
And you mentioned earlier, Medic, the AD carry choices here. Static Shift, Rapid Fire Cannon together. Now, while there's some synergy, they also don't 100% function that well, because when you actually shoot at the extra range Rapid Fire Cannon, it does proc the Static Shift, but it doesn't proc the extra damage from the Rapid Fire. But what Rapid Fire will give you is more energy per shot to get obviously more Static Shift procs. Basically, if you just stand still and auto attack with both items now, when you get the bonus from Rapid Fire, it goes 15, 30, 35, and then all the way up. So it's 7 auto attacks you need if you're just standing still. Where before, if it's just a Static Shift or Rapid Fire, sorry, if it's just Static Shift, you need 9 auto attacks. So it's a little bit faster, you get a few more Static Shift procs, but the Rapid Fire doesn't fully work with it.
Samux does have that Guardian Angel as well alongside that, the new icon coming into effect.
Yeah, I love that. I don't see that very often on AD carries right now, but when you're against the Katarina and Jarvan that just wants to burst you down, I think that's actually a very good choice, because the long fights should be good for Unicorns of Love. The instant engages into killing a member, that's Mysterious Monkeys.
This is the point that the Monkeys thrive though. Mountain Drake is there, CozQ won't be able to steal that one away. He is going to jump onto Xerxe. Mysterious Monkeys looking for the chaser. Unicorns are waiting around in that tri-bush. Will not go for the engage just quite yet.
Makes me very happy though to see one of the teams. Oh, actually, never mind, talk about it after. Never mind, we can talk about it now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Deficio.
It's really cool to see one of the teams that a lot of people expect to be a clear bottom team in the UOL LCS really play well in a game like this and really challenge one of the top teams in Europe, because we didn't see that in spring. We saw bottom teams that would just lose and lose and lose, and it would get a little bit boring after some time to see a lot of 2-0s. But watching a game like this here from Mysterious Monkeys in week 2, that is nice to see.
Lamabear caught off slightly to the side here. Very squishy as well, as the Unicorns will snipe him down. Mysterious Monkeys unable to react to it. I want to give credit, though, to the Mysterious Monkeys draft as well in this game, because we talked a lot early on about how the Twitch didn't seem like a great pick, because you need to be able to win, you know, have to have a winning lane or a winning champion to do it.
Strong duo lane.
Strong duo lane. Yuki's performed very well on it this game. 4-1-7, doing a superb job of helping Mysterious Monkeys get to the late game where they thrived in the Challenger Series, and once again are looking to thrive against the Unicorns of Love.
Xerxe, he's smelling something in the bottom lane. It turns out it's Jisu down there. A
little bit of blood, perhaps off the Prince of Demacia.
Yeah, he was all alone. Obviously.
You got me all excited, Deficio. I was there. I was crouched.
You.
I was ready to go.
Teasing you. You gotta learn, you know. You're new young guy here.
Naive casters.
Exactly. Little kid who's like 2 meters tall. Medic the Giant, basically, in the building.
At the moment, the Giants of the Unicorns of Love might be felled by the newcomers, the upstarts of the Mysterious Monkeys. Game still very much on a knife edge now. Only 3,000 gold between these two teams. 35 minutes in. 2 Drakes each, a Mountain and a Cloud for the Unicorns, and double Infernal for the Monkeys. Baron up in 1 minute and 40 seconds.
It's gonna be the next big one to play around. Last time, Mysterious Monkeys, they had good vision near it, started it, and we were like, oh, this is actually a great setup, and then they disengaged. And then suddenly they actually lost the fight right after, and Unicorns of Love picked up the Baron, but cost them 5 members right after. So it's been such a back and forth game right now. And whenever there's a Katarina in Twitch, you never just feel like that goal lead really matters, because you just know a fight can always go in favor of Mysterious Monkeys. If Unicorns of Love do not manage to CC and kill one of these carries instantly, you know the Mysterious Monkeys will have so much damage that they will just take down the backline of Unicorns of Love.
Fight over vision as well for this Baron pit. Actually, Unicorns of Love not quite clearing it out yet. There's a couple of control wards. Xerxe now steps up, and Unicorns go as a unit here to clear out this vision. Don't want to get picked off.
Oh, you have to do this in the late game, especially also against things like Jarvan that can just catch you. Jisu is behind Unicorns of Love right now. He's looking for Exileh.
This could be it. Puts down the standard. Samux and Exileh will realize. Xerxe in the front line onto Dreams, gets knocked back.
And we really need to follow Yuki and CozQ.
Onto Xerxe. Where is Yuki? He's in the backline. Still has that ambush if he wants to go in. Xerxe's down to half. Poison ticking. Exileh dodges out the Q.
And while we talk about the carries and Mysterious Monkeys, look at Hylissang as well in these fights for Unicorns of Love. A great shield from him can stop Yuki from killing the backline. His exhaust will be key against CozQ. And that ulti, if you can knock up the Katarina when she jumps in, maybe you can burst her down in time. So while we look at carries on one side, let's look at the support on the other side.
We talked about the Summoner's Rift Safari thus far. Today, this series, this game has been a sight to behold. 2 predators stalking their prey, trying to catch each other out. Jisu stalking onto Exileh, great knockback onto him. Xerxe's on his way, has the infinite dress, jumps the wall, but Jisu flashes there. Unleashed power comes out, there's the lantern. That was a great flash from Jisu.
Yeah, big cooldowns now. Gone from the Unicorns of Love. No ulti on Xerxe, no ulti on Exileh. Chachi is on his way from base with home guards, but they're rushing it down.
This would be a hero's entrance if he can get there, but at the moment, Mysterious Monkeys are just looking to get the Baron. They do secure it, and now Unicorns of Love are going to go for the fight. Jisu jumps to the backline, Hylissang there as well. A 3-man knockup with a hero's entrance. A double taunt as well. Xerxe sniping off the backline, but look at the spray and pray. Look at Yuki, he's on top.
They got CozQ.
They've got 2 kills. They've got CozQ. Yuki and Lamabear are going to run away. They want the Baron. Unicorns get 3 kills.
Oh, Yuki's not done. He's actually still sneaking around here, but Xerxe, he's onto him.
He's going to look for the chase. There's the ambush. Chachi jumping forward as well. Lamabear lands the Q, turns it back around. Xerxe with the suppression. Here's the rest of Unicorns. Yuki flashes away. Lama has to flash as well. Flash in from Samux. 2-shot headshot. That's a kill. And Samux comes up big at the end of the game.
So once again, the team that picks up Baron right after will lose the fight, and almost every single member dying on the side of Mysterious Monkeys. They will lose the bot lane tower as well. 20 seconds on CozQ, 40 seconds on Yuki. They can't fight without him, so that now means Unicorns of Love are looking for that inhib.
Can they just finish the game here, Deficio? They've got a big push going. Exileh's there. You've got 13 seconds on Jisu. CozQ's on his way back up.
And you got GA on Samux right now, so actually the AD carry can play very aggressive towards the towers. CozQ alive, Jisu a few seconds. They're going for it.
Is this greed? Is this a step too far? We've seen it bite unicorns before. CozQ, they're off towards the side. There's a huge minion wave with them. They want that Nexus tower knocked back, kick from Lamabear. Vizzy goes forward. Xerxe there in the front line. Now unicorns will back off. They get one Nexus tower. They get the hook onto Xerxe though. It's CozQ going deep. Lamabear jumps back.
Interrupted him.
They interrupt Xerxe.
Yuki is alive right now. He's sneaking his way forward. Xerxe trying to hold out.
Oh, gets away. Hero's exit for Xerxe as the unicorns clean up the inhib in the bottom lane.
We asked, was it greedy? Well, no, because they got the one tower and then backed away. So let's see. Baron being rushed in, and now we see the open fight. CozQ not able to enter instantly with the Jarvan. That's actually really bad from Mysterious Monkeys. He then ulties just on Xerxe and nothing else. Or was it maybe just a dagger he picked up and actually the passive proc? And anyway, point is, CozQ could not make it into the backline with Jisu. Had to try and dive around the Galio.
Mysterious Monkeys want another big objective. We said they like to fight around these neutral objectives late game. Well, they're going for another one. Look at the damage from the Twitch. If Yuki can stay alive, perhaps he can pull that out again.
Look at the damage from CozQ. You need more than 1,600 damage in the late game from this Katarina.
Elder Drake still there.
Massive minion waves going into the base of Mysterious Monkeys. They almost need to just rush down the Elder Drake. Now they're stuck here.
That's what they're going for. Lamabear, of course, has the execute potential, but it resets. Lamabear with a kickback onto Xerxe.
Xerxe's behind him.
Solo. Xerxe here with the flank. Can he get onto the backline? He doesn't need to. He's taken dreams, and the unicorns are going to go forward. They are rampaging towards the monkeys. Jisu fleeing back. Will jump in. Lamabear tries to get onto Exileh, but he hasn't got the damage. Yuki's in the midst of the entire team. He'll go down as well. The unicorns manage to pick up the kills. They get an ace, and they're going to take the game.
They already got so many minions in the base here. Mysterious Monkeys, they tried so hard in this game here. So many good plays from them, but in the end, the late game team fights going in favor of the Unicorns of Love.
You have to give so much credit to the Mysterious Monkeys, but today is not the day that the Unicorns will be failed. They'll take the Nexus towers, they'll take the Nexus, and there are no monkeys welcome in this EU zoo. The Unicorns take it 2-0.
Oh man, I did not expect a 40-minute close game after what we saw earlier. That was 26 minutes, a massive stomp in favor of Unicorns of Love. 8 kills at 8 minutes, 10 minutes. This game here, much slower early mid-game. Much more in favor of Mysterious Monkeys. They didn't have to react instantly. We didn't see the shock calling. Kind of get put under pressure. And actually a much better game. Late game fights though. That one near the Baron. I really want to rewatch it. I think it was just a dagger that CozQ picked up, but he was kind of moving around that Galio, and he never got in with Jisu to the backline. 1,600 damage only.
A 4-man knockup from Xerxe really changed that fight completely.
Oh, that ulti was insane.
Delayed the ability for the Mysterious Monkeys to engage, which is what they want to do. But you have to look at it and say, yes, Unicorns were better on the day, but what an improvement game to game from the Mysterious Monkeys. A huge leap towards maintaining their LCS spot.
And we talked about this obviously during the game, but seeing a team like Mysterious Monkeys who's new to the LCS, where you maybe don't expect too much, from this one split, the fact they actually go toe-to-toe in a game like this is a great sign, because we had some of these bottom teams before really struggle to take games off the top teams. But Mysterious Monkeys, I think they're going to look at this game and say, the slower and steadier early to mid game actually favored us much more than the all-in aggression in 3 lanes.
And they've already faced H2K as well in their group, so it's not easy opponents, but easier opponents.
Definitely easier.
Yeah, Splice and Vitality left for them to play in that group. Unicorns looking happy, as you would expect, but perhaps a few question marks in that game for them. Maybe that was their game plan. Maybe they said we'll just play late, but it worked out for them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously looking at the mid lane, Exileh was under so much pressure in these games here. We saw the Twitch roaming in there. We saw CozQ jump in multiple times. I think some of the moments, Exileh actually kind of played out the fight correctly. Even managed to land a stun on the tower on CozQ, and then other times he would overstay, and then suddenly he would give a kill to Mysterious Monkeys. So hard game for him to play because he was under so much pressure. But we also got to see that Katarina from CozQ. Some fights really good, other fights did not have the impact we needed from a late game Katarina.
I think you can see quite a vast difference between the Mysterious Monkeys there. Unlimited, smile on his face. He looks happy. He knows his team put a lot on the Rift and did a good job. The Mysterious Monkeys themselves looked a little bit dejected.
Yeah, because you were so close. Like, now you're just angry you didn't win this game.
Well, Unicorns of Love got the win.